Most people think of a side hustle, they think of doing something like Uber or DoorDash. I buy and sell weights instead. And if you do it right, this can realistically make you over $1,000 a month with way fewer hours. Let me show you how it works. Here's why flipping weights works so well compared to most side hustles. Number one, there is constant demand for gym equipment. People always want to work out, especially look, it's New Year's. New gym equipment, however, is fairly expensive generally, and used weights are kind of the obvious alternative. Weights are one of the few items where pricing is incredibly simple. Once you understand price per pound, you can really spot good deals in a second. Weights are heavy, awkward, and annoying to move. They take up tons of space, and that inconvenience actually creates a great opportunity. This isn't necessarily exciting or flashy, but boring items are usually the most profitable. Today, I'm going to be showing you the only 3 items that you need to be focusing on. Exactly when you should be buying them, how you should price them to sell them quickly, and exactly where and how to find these deals. First, we're going to be talking about the only 3 items you should be focusing on. Item number 1 is Olympic weight plates. Olympic weight plates are universal, always in demand, and easy to price. The next item that I want you focusing on are fixed dumbbells. Rubber hex dumbbells in particular sell incredibly fast, particularly weights 5 through 50. Those are weights that almost every person needs in their home gym. Item number 3 is adjustable dumbbells. What's great about adjustable dumbbells is they save tons of space. And if you're starting a home gym, oftentimes space is a really big limiting factor, leading you to those adjustable dumbbells. In this video, we're going to be focusing on 2 primary, and they're the most common. That's why we're focusing on them. Those are the Bowflex adjustable dumbbells and the Power Blocks. Next, we're going to be talking about when you should go buy these items. How much should you be paying? And this is probably where most people are going to mess up, is you're going to overpay for weights. So for Olympic weights and dumbbells, we're going to be doing this all by price per pound. And that's what I need you looking at when you're seeing ads and seeing listings pop up, is how much total weight is there and how much are they charging per pound. Typically, when you need to go buy these items are when they're 60 cents a pound or less. If it's 50 cents or less, absolutely go buy them. We'll touch on this a little more later. There are some things to factor in when you're buying these items, like what's the overall condition. If they're completely covered in rust or missing pieces or chunks of rubber is coming off the dumbbells, that's obviously going to really impact the price. But just as a general rule of thumb, and again, this is a beginner's guide, if you see a set of dumbbells or Olympic weights that's 60 cents a pound or less, that is a good deal, and you'll be able to sell that for a profit. Next, we are going to start with the Bowflex adjustable dumbbells. We are going to do a whole buyer's guide for Bowflex dumbbells as well, because these are the most common gym item. I'm going to call these the gateway into home gym equipment. They aren't the best adjustable dumbbells, but they're the most common. People are familiar with the Bowflex brand. And how much should you be paying for them? There's 2 models of Bowflex adjustable dumbbells, a 50-pound one and a 90-pound one. You're going to more frequently see that 50-pound one, the Bowflex SelectTech 552. If you see these priced for anywhere from $0 to $100, you're going to absolutely want to drop what you're doing and go pick them up right away. Anywhere from $100 to $180, that's still a good deal, and you'll probably make some money as long as they're in good condition. The other model they have is the Bowflex 1090. These adjust up to 90 pounds. I find them really awkward and cumbersome. Still a great buy to resell. It saves a ton of space. If you see them anywhere from $0, obviously, if it's your lucky day, up to $300, I would go buy those. The next adjustable dumbbell, and probably second most common, and in my opinion a little better, are the Power Block adjustable dumbbells. Even though they look like toasters, they're still very good, durable adjustable dumbbells. There are so many different models of these, so there are some extra things to factor in, but we are going to be looking at the 50-pound ones. Very similar. These are going to probably sell for just a tad less than Bowflex. And again, the buyer market isn't going to be as broad just because they aren't as popular or well known. I'll see these listed anywhere from 50 bucks all the way up to 200. Now the Power Block 90s I think are actually a much better 90-pound heavy adjustable dumbbell option compared with the Bowflex. For the Power Block 90-pound options, anything under $300 is when you're going to want to buy them. Next, we are going to be discussing how to price your items to sell quickly. As far as Olympic weights and dumbbells, typically I won't pay more than 50 to 60 cents a pound. That's the sweet spot. If it's less than that, even better. I price my items to sell if it's a rubber-coated Olympic weight or dumbbell at around 80 to 90 cents. If it's a complete set, you can factor that into the price as well and make it even a tad more expensive. So we'll round up to that 90 cents a pound. Let's move on to the Bowflex adjustable dumbbells and how much you should be selling them for. The 552 model, you're gonna sell for $250. If you have a stand, you can raise that up to asking for $350. I'll usually accept $300 though. For that 1090 model, you're going to be starting price for $400 without the stand up to $500 with the stand. And then from there, it's just a matter of how quickly you want to get rid of it. Complete buyer's guide video that I'll be publishing next week. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to watch out for as far as Bowflex adjustable dumbbells, but in general, you'll be able to make some really good profits on these, and these are always posted and always resold. As far as those power block dumbbells, the 50-pound model is generally going to sell for about 150 to 200. So you really, the 50-pound power blocks, you aren't making too much money. If it's the Pro Series, we'll have to do a buyer's guide on this too, but if it's the Pro Series, you can sell them for a bit more. And if it has a stand, a bit more, 200 to 250 is your sale price. Then for the 90-pound edition, you're going to be asking 400 without a stand, up to 500 with a stand. With these selling prices, they will sell pretty fast. You aren't going to be holding on to these items very long and sitting and waiting. Just as an example, I went and picked up this Bowflex set for $100 and I've already sold it for $250, getting $150 of profit. Now you know exactly what items you need to be looking for, when you should be picking them up, but now we're gonna discuss how to find these deals, which is probably the most important section. We did cover this a bit in the first video. If you haven't seen that, be sure to check the link in the description. But there are 3 primary spots where I find all of my deals. First is Facebook Marketplace. Where I'm located, Facebook Marketplace gets the most traffic. I see the most new listings posted per day. It's just the most popular in my area. Now, just to be warned, once you search weights or dumbbells on Facebook Marketplace, Facebook now decides that that is your entire personality. This is actually helpful for what we're doing, but every single one of your postings are going to be dumbbells and weight equipment. Whatever you click on, it's going to auto-populate for you. So this is a pro because every time you open up Facebook Marketplace, all the newest listing for weights and dumbbells are going to populate right to the top. Add this into your doom scrolling routine. When you open up Facebook, be sure to click on Marketplace, refresh it, see if there's any new listings. Next is OfferUp. And you can do a few things to kind of set the bar here. Here you can actually set search alerts where your phone will get sent a message when a new item gets posted. What I want you to do is search for dumbbells and spell it each and every way you possibly can, because a lot of people misspell dumbbells. So search here, you can set a little search alert where it's going to get sent to you when there's new postings for dumbbells. Do the same things with weights and then adjustable dumbbells. Add in all iterations again, Bowflex, Bowflex 552, Bowflex 1090, power blocks, and then you're gonna start getting notifications each and every time those get posted. The last place I'm going to mention, and this is less frequent for me, is Craigslist. At least in my area, there is not a lot of traffic on the Craigslist site, which is actually great for us because there's less competition trying to get these good deals. Craigslist app interface just isn't as smooth as Facebook or OfferUp. The thing that I dislike about Craigslist is oftentimes people don't have contact information. You have to send them an email from Craigslist, and it's just not as smooth. When I reach out to them, I typically say, feel free to text me. Here's my number. So you're not emailing back and forth. And to summarize here, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and Craigslist, those 3 places you're going to be searching for these good deals. Just check your phone throughout the day. Just to summarize, you don't need to flip everything. Stick to Olympic weights, dumbbells, and adjustable dumbbells. Know at what price you should be buying them, how much to sell them for, and just keep things really simple. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate the support. In the next video, I'm going to do a complete buyer's guide on the Bowflex Select Tech dumbbells to make sure you're an expert and know exactly what to look for when you're buying those. If you found this at all helpful, be sure to subscribe, leave some comments in the comments section. See you guys next time.